So at this point, you should have different types of targets spawning. As you can see in my game, the green normal targets are the most likely to spawn. And sometimes we get a little bit of a curveball with one of the other targets spawning. So just the way we want it. Now, I can click on all of these targets, right? Because they're all created in the same way. The only difference is the image property, right? We just changed which image property was showing, but they all have the same click event. So I can click them and they all basically do the exact same thing. That's not really any good. I put different targets in there so that they could specifically do different things when they've been clicked. Now, there's a couple ways to go about this. The first way, and maybe the most intuitive in your brain, would be, hey, I've got this target click event. Why don't I just make a second target click event and maybe a third target click event for my 3 different targets? I don't want to do that because I've just created basically 3 new events that are going to relatively have the exact same code, and it's just a little messy. I really want to practice organized and neat code in this particular game. If you went that route, instead of just giving every target the same click event, you would have to go inside your if statement and basically assign them the specific click event out of the 3 instead of just giving them the same one. I changed to a lovely switch statement. Don't feel like you need to. So what I want to do is I want to do the second way because I want to introduce you to a new thing as well. There's a property that we have not really talked about. And if I just bring a picture box for demonstration purposes, it's the tag property. And the tag property basically lets me define some information about this specific object, about this specific control in this case, about this specific picture box. It's basically a place for me to store some information about this particular object. So how that would work is when I'm creating these picture boxes, I obviously might want to store a little piece of information about them. For example, I might want to store which type of target it is, right? Is it a normal target? Is it a bonus target? Is it a target that I'm not supposed to hit? A bad target? So my naming here is not really good but just stick with me. So what does that mean? Well, let's go back into your if statement. Mine's a switch statement. If I spawn a normal target, maybe I'm going to store a piece of information inside that picture box. So inside the tag property, I'm going to just put normal. Storing normal inside this picture box allows me to know that this is a normal target. I don't like how there we go. That's better. Similarly, if I had the double points target, although I'm rethinking my naming choice, I'm going to call this the bonus target. I could store the word bonus so that I know I'm referring to a bonus image, a bonus target. And lastly, I could store for my third type of target. I really don't have a good name for this type of target. I've just been calling it the bad target. Nevertheless, as long as these names make sense to anyone reading your code, which I think they do, you're good to go. So with that being said, after teaching you about the tag property, down in my one and only click events, I am no longer interested in increasing the score by 1 for every particular target. I want to check which target I'm working with. So I need to check if the particular tag of this target is normal. And if it is a normal target, then sure, I'm going to increase the score by 1. Else, if I might be checking if the target is a bonus target, and then I might increase the score by a different amount. So get that going. The bad target, you can decrease the score, but you can also leave that blank for now because I want the bad target to also end the game. So maybe just decrease the score, and we'll go back and add the game over function later.